Hey everybody, Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. You know, when I started my business, I remember it catching on. I got out there, at first it was a struggle, and then people really started to respond to me, and I was certain that the reason that they were doing business with me was because of my excellent work. Boy, did I have a lot to learn. Okay, so we're here to talk about customer service versus customer experience. But before we even go into that, why is it that you do business with certain businesses? You. What is it about that business that makes them popular to you? What is it about them that makes you go back? When you think about places like Walmart, you know, low prices or whatever, price guarantee, whatever that stuff is, it's inexpensive, right? It's inexpensive. It's cheap. I put a few things on the board here as potential reasons. Maybe you get fast service. I don't have time to wait. I can go in, out, get my stuff, and go. I'm going to do business with them. Maybe it's quality, the very thing that we open up with, talking about the quality of your service. Certainly that plays in. Usually it's a mixture of several. Maybe it's user-friendly. Are there certain things that you use online that are a lot easier to use than others? So it's just easier to do that and be done with it, right? And then finally, there's luxury. You know, why do some people buy Mercedes-Benz and why do others buy insert brand, whatever, a lesser luxury, right? And so we like to have a combination of these, but what about your business? Do you want to be the cheap one? Do you want to be the fast one? You want 30 minutes or it's free. You know, these kind of things, sound nice. And yeah, they'll keep you coming back. They'll keep your customers coming back. But what will they do for you, for your long-term success? What about financially? Can you be the cheapest? Can you beat them on price? Can you beat your competition on price and still be around here to support that installation that you sold on price 3, 4, 5 years from now? And the odds are against you. If you're a new business, most new businesses will not see their 5th year anniversary because they're just not prepared for that other skill set that's required. Yeah, they're good at what they do. They're good technicians. They're good installers. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But generally, there's a lot of companies that are very good on the technical side, but they don't quite understand the business side. They haven't had the training, and so they struggle. And so if you're under the illusion that all your customers love you because of you, you may be right. You may be right, but you may be wrong. No, that's a different thing. You may be right, but there's a great probability that it's mixed with something else. Okay? And a lot of the times when you're new, you come in, you don't have the overhead, so you come in less expensive. And, it's like bad service at a restaurant. I'm not going to take and be rude to the waitress or waiter who has total control of my food when they're bringing it until after the food's been served. Then I'll let them know what I really think. But the point is, if I'm dependent on that person, I don't want to negatively affect the experience by taking the risk of upsetting that person that's in control of something that I can't control. What happens in the kitchen. Okay, same thing with your business. They don't understand HVAC. They don't understand what you're doing. So they need to be nice to you if they want to get a good job. And so that's all part of the variable. But let's talk about customer service versus customer experience. Now, customer service is one of those reactive things. When a customer calls and you have a professionally trained call taker and they're saying things, well, I'm so sorry that you had that experience. I'm here to help you. And so it's a responsive service to the customer in which it's designed to take a negative and keep it positive. Okay, but then there's the customer experience, and this is where the rubber meets the road. This is, and we learned this years ago, it starts with, before you walk in the house, sliding those shoe covers on. If you're not doing that, you're behind the times. You better put some shoe covers on. But there are certain things that you're going to do that are going to give the customer an experience. You know how to give the equipment its experience, but if you don't give the customer their experience, there may not be any reason to call you back because you're not the fastest. You're not the cheapest, right? You're not the most user-friendly, perhaps. But there is something that's going to bring them back, and it's usually that customer experience because they know that they're getting good value. and it's manifested in the experience in of itself. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into this, but just remember this: the pride that's coming with your initial few years of your business, and then you start to see that the customers love me, love me, love me. Realize, or you will realize, as soon as you get your first hire and you put another employee and you send your new employee out to the job that you used to do, how they view things. They're going to be asking for you to come back, because it wasn't your company that they became loyal to, it was you. And this is dangerous if you have frontline employees and you have a technician that one day leaves you, starts his or her own business, and takes all those relationships with him or her. However, if you have a business that's properly set up and it's tied to the systems and the processes, and no matter which employee goes out, the experience is comparable, it's predictable, it's consistent. It's like a franchise. When you go to that McDonald's and you order those French fries, it doesn't matter if it's California, Texas, or New York, it's the same potato cooked in the same grease at the same temperature for the same time, and hopefully the same amount of salt, right? Adjust to suit. But it's a predictable experience. People don't like surprises unless they're very positive. And so we want to certainly factor that in. So there's a lot of strategy that goes into customer service, and the biggest part is the customer experience. Consider why people are doing business with you, and make it for the right reasons. Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. Remember to step into your greatness. I'm out.